guys, this is April and happy Easter. I'm filming this on Sunday, Easter Sunday, and it is a beautiful day here in Kentucky. I just came from a walk around my neighborhood and I've been off for spring break for the last week, and I checked my email, excuse me, to kind of prepare myself for going back to work. I've been back in person for 2 weeks. So we had 2 weeks of in person and then a week of spring break. And tomorrow I go back again in person. And I just want to kind of talk to you guys about something that I was reading about what's going on. Probably in not just the teaching areas where I am, but probably in other areas too. And that is the discussion of making the school year longer. This is something that people have been talking about in this district that I'm in and in other districts that I've been in, about making the school year not so much from August/September to May/June, but see if we can go year round. And every district I've been in, that discussion has just been a discussion. It hasn't really gotten anywhere. But I think because of the pandemic, the discussion can turn into more of a reality. So what I'm talking about specifically is there's talk about starting with adding just an additional 5 days to our calendar starting next school year, which would be 21-22. And the reason for that is being said is because children have suffered during the pandemic. I mean, they've been in school virtually for most of the year, but I mean, they've been educated, but you know, there's going to be some gaps, some learning loss, and we're going to need those 5 days to kind of start getting the children back to where they're supposed to be. Although people in leadership have admitted that closing the gap or the learning loss that happened during the pandemic is going to be a multi-year effort. It's not something that's going to be fixed with 1 year or 5 days. But this is my thing. Yes, we can add 5 days to the calendar. That would be about 35 additional instructional hours for the students, right? Plus or minus. But I'm just thinking, have we done enough for students who don't come to school on the days that we do have? Like, it's all good to have the additional 5 days or additional 10 days or go school round, but our problem will still be reaching those students who, one, don't come to school on a regular basis, or two, the ones that do come on a regular basis who are not engaged. It could be because of learning disabilities, could be because of behavioral disabilities, but have we done enough with students and our care with the time that we have them now? I don't know. So if I was a parent and I would hear an extra 5 days, in the way that they frame it, extra 5 days of learning, extra 5 days of support, however you frame it, I would be excited. You know, that's an extra 5 days. Tell them kids to go to school and tell those kids to learn. But is it really going to make that much of a difference? I don't know. So I'm really talking to my teacher friends out there. One, I would like to know if your district has thought about, or have they adjusted the calendar, and two, what are your thoughts about it? And I'm not going to be selfish and say I don't want to work an extra 5 days, because it's not that. It's only an extra week. That's if they do it at the end of the year. They might sprinkle the days throughout the year and you might not even notice an extra 5 days. But I'm trying to think of like the bigger picture, like the issues with education. And I think we need to focus more or be more intentional with the students we have for the days that we have them. Because if you have an additional 5 days, if you're talking about students who don't come to school on a regular basis, are they going to come the extra 5 days? No, just to be an extra 5 days on the calendar that they're going to miss. Um, if you have students who come to school on a regular basis, but they're sitting in ISAP or ISS all day, what is the extra 5 days going to do? If you're talking about students who really struggle academically, what will an extra 5 days do? I think the topic, our focus should be on what are we doing with the kids when we have them now. So, anyhow, that's just my 2 cents. I would like to do, I've been thinking about doing a series or just talking about what I wish I would have known or what I wish they would have told me or taught me when I went to teacher school. Because at least when I went through, I was very prepared for the pedagogy. I was very prepared of teaching science, but I wasn't prepared for addressing the social emotional needs, the learning gaps. Um, I wasn't prepared for the paperwork. I wasn't prepared for the political nature of education. It's it's a lot that I wasn't prepared for. And from having conversations with a lot of my teacher friends, then I know that I'm not the only one. And part of that drives the reason why we have so many teachers who leave, why we have teacher retention, teacher attrition issues. And not just my district, but other districts. So, but that's my 2 cents. And I'm almost at, I'm a little less than 8 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop and wish you guys again a very happy Easter, and I'll see you next time. Bye.